Happy holidays, everybody. I wanted to hop on here and do a quick video just to talk a little bit about holiday stress. So it's the hot topic right now. Everyone understands that there's stress this time of year, whether it's good or bad stress. You know, it's a great thing to be hustling, trying to get together some little surprises or things and ways to show your love for your loved ones. But it's also stressful to be in a busy mall full of people, or to deal with the financial aspect of all of that love giving rather than gift giving, or even just to spend a lot of time with people you don't always see can be stressful. It can be filled with joy at times, but then it can also leave you feeling anxious or overwhelmed. So we all understand that. But I wanted to talk to you about how it's not just emotional stress that you're dealing with, and how if you combat each type of stress that you're dealing with, you might have a little bit more success with feeling a little bit lighter this holiday season. So we're all very familiar with the emotional stress of the holiday, but I want to talk about how there's also chemical stress involved from all the different foods that we eat, and physical stress involved from traveling, lifting, the ice, the cold, things that take a toll on your body. So with these different things that are going on, I want to talk a little bit about what each one can do, and then also give you a tip for each one to feel better. So we're going to start with physical stressors because those are my favorite. So with the cold, with the changes in the atmospheric pressure, with various shoveling, lifting, different things this time of year, you can definitely start to get aches and pains, especially in those shoulders and the low back. So we see just a lot of this coming in. And one thing I want to encourage you to do is to take deep breaths throughout your day. So take some deep breaths, because if you're not breathing and really expanding your lungs and oxygenating your body, you're inducing chemical stress, you're inducing emotional stress from cortisol and oxidative damage, and then you're also just not expanding and contracting your rib cage, and you're going to end up even tighter. So one big exercise that I like to do when I wake up in the morning is I like to just reach over my head and do big circles like this. You can feel this all the way along your side and down into your low back. If you watch from the side, you can also kind of rotate with it. And this gets your shoulder blades unstuck. I add in shoulder rolls. Let's get your shoulder blades unstuck. It stretches your side, and it starts to kind of wake up that rib cage and wake up all those muscles that are supporting your spine, which are so important. I also want you to think about doing just some general motions of the head. So a lot of times I ask people, do a head roll your head around, and they're kind of like this. And I'm like, yeah, if you only ever wanted to move in this much motion, then that's a perfect head roll, but you don't, you want more. So dropping the chin down to the chest, looking all the way up at the ceiling with your nose, tilting side to side, looking side to side, and then rolling around with that full range of motion can be a much more effective way to get your neck muscles warmed up and active. So that's how to combat your physical stressors. Do a warm up for your day. Do this once in the morning. Do this once when you start to feel anxious and you're at your family gathering and you're like, I just need a minute. Then walk away to a room somewhere, to the bathroom, anything, and just do some deep breaths, do some head rolls, reach overhead a few times, center yourself, and head back out. I bet you'll feel better physically, chemically, and emotionally. With the chemical stressors, we're talking about a lot of different foods, a lot of added sugars, a lot of preservatives, and just a lot of different foods from what you normally eat. We're talking about tasting the cookie dough as you're making all your holiday cookies. We're talking about heavy on the desserts. We're talking about lots of white starchy foods. So my biggest recommendation here is just eat everything. Wait, what? Eat everything? I thought you were going to be like, don't eat sugar. No, eat everything that you want to eat. But eat at least half, cut it in at least half of what you normally would. So don't completely deprive yourself. The holidays are for some enjoyment too, but don't feed that addiction by completely stuffing yourself and making yourself miserable. Just cut that serving size in half at least, maybe even start with a fourth, because you can always go back for more. You shouldn't when it's cheesecake, even though it's so good. But you can just start by seeing how little you can get away with, but have your little taste of your cheesecake or your pumpkin pie. Don't completely deprive yourself, just don't overdo it. That's my biggest pointer on the chemical stressors of all of that food intake and sugar. Finally, emotional stressors. So I have done a little activity today in the office. We've had a lot of people just coming in feeling so heavy and so overwhelmed and so stressed and so down. And my heart aches for you if you're feeling that way this season, because it's completely okay. It's okay to give yourself that space, especially here. It's okay to feel how you need to feel in your body. But what I'd like to encourage you to do is try to reframe and refocus every single day. Just try to put your head somewhere positive first thing. So wake up and immediately list 3 things that you're grateful for. Right now, I'm so grateful that I have a beautiful new niece and new nephew that were just born within the last month. It warms my heart. I'm so happy for the growth of our family. I'm extremely grateful for all the patients that have come in. We've had so many people who just have been lifting our spirits and showing us like the true meaning of the holiday season. Our Christmas tree for the animal shelter donations is full. I love seeing that. I love being able to give back, so I'm grateful for that. And finally, I'm grateful for this beautiful snow because it's not turning into sludge. It's absolutely gorgeous to watch it. I feel like I'm living in a real life snow globe, and it makes something this year, it makes it feel kind of magical. So hey, you have to feel more positive just from listening to me listing 3 grateful things. So try it yourself. Wake up in the morning and don't do a darn thing. Do not grab your phone until you list 3 things you're grateful for. And preferably 3 things that you can write down even, so you can track this. Keep your mind positive. Stay present. Even if you start to feel a little overwhelmed around your family or your loved ones, realize that not everybody's here forever. And you still are going to want to soak up those moments. Be in the moment with everyone. Take frequent breaks. Don't overdo it on your chemical stressors. And I hope you guys take some of these tips to just really empower yourself to have the best holiday season that you've ever had. All right. As always, feel free to comment below, message us, give us a call, give us a business text. We're happy to hear from you. We hope you have a wonderful holiday season, no matter what you're celebrating. And we hope you guys stay really warm and safe out there. Have a good one.